Hey guys, it's Danny, video 6. Actually, I think this is 7 now. I think this is video 7. Nice to be back. I hope everybody had a good week. I did. I had a very productive week. Some complications definitely throughout the week, but overall it was pretty productive, so can't be too upset about that. My niece is doing much better after the scooter accident. She's still in pain. She's still using a guest bedroom, so she doesn't have to walk up and down stairs. But she's doing much better. So, very thankful for that. So far, no permanent injuries from that whole ordeal. But last week we talked about don't be afraid to downsize. Don't be afraid to scale things down. You know, if you're struggling, if you have payments that your car payments, or if you have rent payments that you're dealing with that are causing you a lot of stress, and you're not able to sleep well at night, you got to fix that situation. You got to get your bills down. And again, I don't want to make the same video twice, but you got to get your bills down, and you have to get yourself to a situation where your nut that you have to crack every month is much less than what you actually take home. And I know that sound to some people out there, that's going to sound impossible, and a lot of situations are, really they seem impossible at this point. A lot of people are in some pretty bad situations financially. But small steps, that's all. It's never going to happen overnight. And as I said before, you can't just go out and get a part-time job and think that making, a couple of $100 extra a week or $100 extra a week is going to fix your problems. If you're already in trouble, then your standard of living is too high at this point in your life. So that's all. This week, basically what I wanted to touch on a little bit, again, this is another thing that's just going to help your money go a lot further, and that is learn how to do things. If you're one of these people that the second something goes wrong, you pick up the phone and you're calling a repair person, you're going to be broke. Unless you make huge money, you're going to be broke if you live like that. Or, when something goes wrong with your car and it's not under warranty, and you take it into the dealership where they sell them new, just know you're probably going to pay 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times more than what you might be able to get someone else who is qualified and who might even know your vehicle better. Especially if you're like me and you drive something older. A new dealership doesn't even want to see me pull in with this car. You know what I mean? This is something that you definitely can save a lot of money by doing it yourself, or learning how to do it yourself. And it's not just cars, it's everything. And here's the thing, we have YouTube, right? This is a great platform. There's pretty much anything you could imagine, you can find it on here. Okay, if something's been made, somebody's taken it apart and put it back together on YouTube. So, I do that with everything. With my brother and I, we have mopeds, we have motorcycles, we have little dirt bikes that we ride and stuff. And it's when something goes wrong, the first thing I do is go on YouTube and look up a video on somebody, and guaranteed, whatever it is, there's a video about it. Somebody's already had to fix it and do it or whatever. So that's the thing with YouTube. It's been around so long now that pretty much everything is on there to find. So anything, if your car, or if you have a bike, or if you have, if your dishwasher breaks, or anything around the house, it might be a good idea to to do a little research and learn how to do it. And believe me, you can learn how to do stuff that you never thought you'd be able to do. All right, this is what, week 7 now with this YouTube channel. And when I put the first video up, I had no clue how to even post a video. I had started this channel about 12 years ago, and I had plans back then that I wanted to do with it. And as I said before, I'm glad those didn't come to fruition. I'm glad that, you know, this is the way things have gone, because I'm going in a totally different route with the channel. This is much more about helping people, whereas the other thing that I was going to do was much more of a vanity project. And I'm just glad it never got off the ground, because that stuff doesn't mean anything to me anymore. You know, 10 years on, my priorities are much different than what they were, and I'm sure you can all relate to that. So yeah, try to figure out stuff yourself. I mean, learning how to, I didn't know anything about TikTok. I have a TikTok now at Team696. I have a Twitter. I never had an X page. I never had an X page before. That's the same at Team696. I have a merch store over there that I designed all the merch myself. I actually picked out which fabrics we were going to use, and designed the logo, and, you know, just kind of put everything together. That was all brand new to me. I had never done anything like that before. So, you know, and all I did was go online and learn a little bit at a time. And the other thing too, I can tell you this from experience: be careful of burnout. If you're trying to learn something new, if you're not getting it, get up and walk away and do something else, and then come back. Don't just sit and stew and you know, fume and have steam coming out of your ears because you can't figure it out, and then you get frustrated and end up not doing anything. All right? If you're getting frustrated, just walk away. Or if you don't understand something, just walk away and then come back to it. And it's amazing, the mental clarity when you walk away from something and then go back to it afterwards. So that's something I can't stress that enough. When you're trying to learn about anything, you know, don't try to take it all in at once necessarily. You know, just do like little snippets at a time, and you'll get it. Eventually it'll start to make sense. You know, I'm understanding things when it comes to social media, because I never had a social media, ever. Never had I think I have a Facebook. I think I've maybe posted 5 things in my entire life on my Facebook. So I never had social media. I never really had a YouTube that was active. I never had TikTok before a few weeks ago. I certainly didn't have a TikTok shop before a few weeks ago. And, you know, and the other thing is too, just understand that not everything is going to come super quick. Okay? I have a motto that's on all of my merch, and it's "don't force it." And those words have so many, there's so much depth to those words. There's so many different meanings to those words, you know, but basically it's a major lesson I've had to learn in life is just let things come naturally. You know, things will come if you put the work in, if you put the time in, and you put the effort. Things will come along for you. And, you know, but if you try to force it, or you try to take shortcuts, you know, sometimes, every once in a while, you take a shortcut and it works out. But more often than not, it doesn't work out. Or if it does work out, it works out for a little while, and then it comes around and bites you in the ass that you took the shortcut. All right? Just kind of some examples of that is, I like to pick on celebrity culture a lot, because even when I was growing up as a kid, I used to idolize these people, you know, rock stars and movie stars and celebrities, as that they were, they could walk on water, that they were almost God. And that's how they see themselves, a lot of them. And, man, the older I get, the more I realize I'm starting to understand that most of what is presented is an illusion. And, when I talk about don't force things, just let things happen in their own time, it's part of what I'm talking about. Everybody's out there trying to chase a bag nowadays. They're all out for the quick bag, the big bag and the quick bag. Everybody wants to get that $1 million, sign $1 million contract. Well, let me tell you something. No, you don't. You don't want that contract. All right? Not only is it probably a 360 deal, which means that everything, your image, your likeness, your name, your art, anything involved with you, your masters, if you made music, whatever you have done, whatever your catalog of work is, it means that they have control of that in perpetuity, which means forever. Forever is a long time. And they take a huge, huge cut. When you get if a person signs $1 million contract, that's $1 million in debt. You didn't just get $1 million. You're not a millionaire. You just took on more debt at 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, however old you are. You just took on more debt than the average person will ever take on in their entire life. And yet you think you're balling. Because in the short term, you can go out and buy some nice clothes and a car and, get some attention from the ladies and stuff. And it's fleeting. It doesn't last. So that kind of ties into my whole motto is just, work hard. Realize that anything worth doing is going to take some time. And it's going to take development. I'm still trying to work on that. I mean, I don't know exactly what direction this channel is going to take, and I hope that you guys will help me out with that. I hope you guys will tell me, what do you want to hear more about? Do you want to hear about war stories from when I was, being crazy? And when I say crazy, I read the heroin diaries. I read the heroin diaries from Nikki Sixx. And all the stories in there, and I read that book and I was just like, that's it? That's all you got? I thought you guys were like one of the craziest bands in the world when it came to like partying and stuff. Now, I'm sure a lot of the stuff they did was not in the book, but I can tell you I've had a pretty crazy life, because that seemed, when I read that book and a bunch of other books that have been written by other big time rock stars about their partying days, I just thought, man, I guess I was really bad. I must have been a really, really bad case, and I'm lucky to be alive if that's what they consider a crazy time. But I guess that's it, people. I just want to tie it back around and say that I want to tie it back to last week, because I think that's so important. Don't be afraid to downsize. Don't worry about what people think about you. Who cares what your neighbor thinks? Who cares what the people at work think? You know what I mean? Do you want to be broke to look like you have money? Or do you want people to snicker and laugh because you drive an older car, and meanwhile you have peace and financial security? And they don't. What they have is just an illusion. It's just like a facade that can just crumble away. And you want to make sure that what you have in your life, what you're building in your life, no matter what it is built on a solid foundation. It is built over time, that you take your time, you learn from your mistakes, and you just keep going no matter how hard it gets. This channel, I've been at this channel for a while now, and I'm telling you, it's hard. It is really, really difficult to just come out of nowhere with no social media and get going. But I'm not worried. I have my plan for this is, sorry about that. My plan for this is about a 5-year plan. if I don't get something, if I can't realize my vision in the next 5 years doing this, then I'll wrap it up. You know, I'll call it a day. But I don't think I'm gonna have any problem, especially as you guys tell me more about what you guys want to hear about. I definitely want you guys to let me know in the comments what you want me to talk about, what subjects you want me to bring up. If there's something that you're going through in your life, and you're not sure who to ask about it, shoot me a message or throw something in the comments, throw a question in. You know, I've been through a lot, not by choice, all of it. You know, some of it was just some really bad luck, but I've been through a lot. So there's a very good possibility, if you're going through a rough patch, that I can at least give you some pointers that help me along the way. And after all, this channel is about helping people. You know, I mentioned I have merch and stuff, guys. I think I try to throw it in every video. If you're hurting, you're struggling financially, do not buy anything from me. I have a Patreon, same thing. Don't join the Patreon if you're struggling. If you have money that's you know, just discretionary, and you're okay financially and you want to support the channel, then by all means I would welcome any and all support. But guys, I think that's about it for this week. I hope you guys have a great week coming up here. I do apologize. Last week, I don't think the video went up until Monday afternoon. I did upload it Sunday evening, but I looked when I went into work the next day and it was still uploading. So I have no idea how it got stuck for that long, but I don't think it went up until about 2 o'clock on Monday afternoon. So I apologize for that, as I am trying to keep a Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening upload schedule. All right. So I guess I'll leave it at that, guys. You guys have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you later. I'm Danny. Peace.